My CEO boss is the clingiest man alive. When his mother pulled me aside for a private chat, he pouted, his face a mask of misery. No, no, no. I want to hold my wifey's hand forever and ever. When my scheming stepsister tried to stir up trouble, he exploded in a fit of rage. Shut up. My wife hasn't spoken to me for 3 whole minutes because she has to listen to your nonsense. And when I accidentally revealed my phone wallpaper of a guy with 6-pack abs, his voice trembled with unshed tears. Wifey, you can touch mine. I have 2 more than he does. Please like me instead. Okay. My CEO boss, Julian Fong, has a rare disease that's causing his memory to degenerate and become chaotic. The main symptom, he insists on dragging me to City Hall to get married. I clung to the car door for dear life, on the verge of tears. Mr. Fong, I'm really not your wife. Wha? He whimpered. Is it because other men are better at talking, better at being cute, and better at making you happy? Why doesn't my wifey love me anymore? His voice was choked with sorrow, his eyes red-rimmed, with his head drooped. He looked like a big golden retriever caught in a storm. Utterly pathetic. What the? Can someone please tell me why, after one night's sleep, the domineering CEO has turned into a clingy crybaby? My heart softened a little. I tried to console him. Mr. Fong, you're great. It's just, before I could finish, Julian threw himself into my arms, nuzzling against me. His eyes sparkled. I knew it. Wifey loves me the most. Damn it. Who could resist this? Faced with such overwhelming beauty, I was tempted to just give in. Just as my mind was waging a fierce internal battle, Mrs. Fong, the family matriarch, suddenly appeared. Chloe, we need to talk. Julian, give us a moment. Julian's face was a picture of despair. But I want cuddles with my wifey. Mrs. Feng's eyebrow twitched. She pulled me aside and shoved a credit card into my hand. My son is perfect in every way, except that he's a bit clingy and gets jealous easily. Please don't hold it against him. Take this 5 million as compensation for your emotional distress. Go buy yourself something nice. Frozen on the spot, I was completely bewildered. You've misunderstood, ma'am. I'm not his girlfriend. Mr. Fong just had an episode last night, and his memory is confused. Huh? Mrs. Fong blinked, then quickly recovered. Ah, yes, of course. Our Julian does have this condition. The doctor specifically warned us not to agitate him. So, for the time being, could I trouble you to play the role of his wife? She then pressed another card into my hand. All of our relatives have to go on business trips recently. We can only entrust Julian to you. The excuse was so reasonable, yet so suspicious, that I found it impossible to refuse. Watching the formidable matriarch stride away, I immediately threw my arms around Julian's waist. Honey, you are my one and only husband. Sob. It's not that I wanted to, but she was just offering way too much. Good girl, Julian whispered, his beautiful eyes shimmering. Back in the car, I clutched the freshly printed marriage certificate, a sense of unreal joy washing over me. Wifey, didn't you say you only love me? Why are you checking out other guys behind my back? Julian sidled up to me, his voice dripping with misery as he pointed at my phone screen. My face flushed crimson. I quickly covered the 6-pack abs on my wallpaper. I was just browsing. Wifey, touch mine. I have 2 more than he does. Please like me instead. Okay. Julian's deep eyes glistened with tears. He lifted his shirt with one hand and, with the other, grabbed my wrist, pressing my palm against his chiseled stomach. My heart hammered in my chest. I stammered, I like you the most. Then give me a kiss. Wifey. He leaned in, seeking praise, his long lashes fluttering like butterfly wings. A wave of heat washed over me, my cheeks burning. The smile in Julian's eyes deepened as his warm lips met mine. As our breaths mingled, I closed my eyes, completely surrendering to his gentleness. The car pulled up to my apartment building. Julian accompanied me upstairs to pack a suitcase, but as soon as I opened the door, I saw my dear sister, Crystal, the daughter my father had adopted, sprawled on my sofa, using my skincare products. How did you get in? I hissed, suppressing my anger. Mom and Dad gave me the key. I just broke up with my boyfriend and have nowhere else to stay. Crystal answered with brazen confidence, but her face instantly transformed into a smile when she saw Julian. Well, hello, and who is this handsome man? None of your business, I snapped, a knot of panic forming in my stomach. My parents, after being told they couldn't conceive, adopted Crystal. Then, unexpectedly, they had me. Crystal grew up hating me for stealing their affection, constantly setting me up and, as we got older, making it her mission to steal my boyfriends. My father always sided with her, And after my mother passed away, Crystal's bullying became blatant. She had a devilish figure and a fiery personality that could effortlessly charm any man. I was just concerned about you, Crystal cooed, her eyes instantly filling with tears, though they remained glued to Julian. Sir, my little sister has a bad temper and doesn't know any better. Please don't mind her. With a subtle move, she tugged her silk robe a little lower, swaying her hips as she sidled up to Julian. My fists clenched as ugly memories flooded my mind. Just as I expected Julian to comfort her and scold me, he suddenly bit his lip, his voice trembling with grievance. Wifey, why didn't you tell her I'm your husband just now? Are you not going to make our relationship public? Julian looked like a scorned wife, glaring daggers at my sister. And you, he added, turning on Crystal, why are you getting so close? Are you trying to seduce my wife? My jaw hit the floor. Wifey, don't you love me anymore? Julian sniffled, his big, wet eyes looking up at me. He was even using that cutesy, whiny tone. I quickly reassured him. No, you misunderstood. I'll post it on social media right now. I whipped out my phone and, with a flurry of taps, made our relationship official. A satisfied smile spread across Julian's face. He turned to my sister and declared smugly, see, I have a wife. Crystal's brain clearly couldn't keep up. It took her a moment to process. You're married. Julian's performance had given me all the confidence I needed. That's right, I said calmly. We just got our license. Marriage is a huge deal. You didn't even consult Dad. You're a disgrace to this family. Crystal shrieked in disbelief. My life is my own business. I'll explain it to Dad myself. Don't you worry about it. I quickly packed my things and grabbed Julian's hand to leave. Of course, Crystal wouldn't pass up an opportunity to put me down. She seized the moment to list all my supposed faults to Julian. He stopped in his tracks, his expression darkening. I nervously tugged at his sleeve, my voice hoarse. It's not like that. Growing more triumphant, Crystal shot me a provocative glance and continued her tirade. I'm telling you, you should, just shut up, will you? Julian cut her off, every cell in his body radiating impatience. My wife hasn't said a word to me for 3 whole minutes because she's been forced to listen to your garbage. He wrapped an arm around my waist and stormed towards the door. After a few steps, still fuming, he spun around and snarled at my sister. Don't think I don't know what you're doing. You're trying to get my wife's attention. You evil woman. I won't let you succeed. My sister stood there, utterly dumbfounded. Back in the car, Julian was still sulking, his expression so pitifully cute it was irresistible. My heart melted. I ruffled his soft hair. What's wrong? Julian pursed his lips, finally mumbling. Nothing. Are you angry? I probed gently. You were looking at her the whole time, for 5 minutes and 19 seconds. You ignored me. The arm around my waist tightened, his eyes filled with a faint, sorrowful grievance, like a young bride whose heart had been broken by her callous husband. I couldn't help but laugh. I quickly soothed him. Of course not. I was just mad at her. I can't stand her. Really, he mumbled, pouting. Really, hee. Then wifey has to kiss me. A grin spread across his face as he eagerly leaned in. Me. Next time, just ask for a kiss directly.